Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome! This video is brought to you by Strava Craft Coffees. Coffee with the kick of CBD. You guys know that I love my coffee, and you know that I'm not going to have any sponsors that would actually be a product that I don't care for. And after trying the very first cup of this stuff, I was in love. And go to their store. You can get coffee in the bag, K-Cups, and espresso pods. I like my Keurig, so I use the K-Cups. Now, I have tried the medium roast and the dark roast, and I have also tried the decaf. I love my caffeine, though. Well, what I do recommend is they have, when you place your order, you can actually order a small 4-pack and sample it, but you're going to love it. The first one that I actually ordered was this one right here. It shows 80 milligrams, but it's 20 milligrams of CBD per cup, and the medium roast. Well, I think the next order I'm going to do is the dark roast, because after trying the dark roast, I really like it too. But you can get a 4-pack, 12-pack, or 48-pack, and you won't regret it. This stuff is great. Alright, let's get into this. Okay, so what we're going to do in this video, we've gone to Russia. In previous videos, actually, let's look at what we've done. We have our CK-1500 with a few minor upgrades. And in previous videos, we went and got the Ankh Mark 38. Definitely go back and watch that video if you haven't. We got the Fleet Star and the 9500, and all that we've managed to do is go back into Michigan, and I have unlocked all the towers so that we can see everything, but I have not harvested anything really since the last video on that. And here in Tamir in the Drownlands, all I've done is go through and get all the towers here as well so that we can see everything. Now, just because you can see everything on here doesn't mean you can see everything. There are going to be some upgrades that you're going to have to find on your own. So I have not gone and retrieved any of them, but what I want to do on this video is we've got some vehicle recoveries here, 1, 2, and 3, but I'm going to focus in on this one in particular because this is the TUZ-166, the Mudbug. Believe it or not, it's one of my favorites. This one right over here, I believe is actually, I can't remember if it actually gives you the vehicle or not, but I'm pretty sure this one actually will give this to you. So, Lost in the Rocks. If we go over here, well, we just have our timed missions, and we don't have anything here that will show us Lost in the Rocks. So we're going to have to go there and discover it, and then we'll be able to do it. Now, what I want to do is I'll start off with the CK-1500 and see if we can do it with that. And the objective will be, this is a really rocky area here and kind of tough to negotiate. We are going to have to come in here and get this first, and then I'll probably end up going back around, hooking up from this direction and towing it out this way. And I believe we only have to carry it a short distance. And this is on the PTS so that I have a fresh playthrough. And let's get at it. We'll take our CK-1500 and let's go ahead and tag our directions. We're going to go this way since we want to go all the way down here. Knowing a bit about this map, this way is not going to be too bad. This way is fine till you get to here. Then it gets really ugly trying to cross through this section here, and a little bit ugly in here. So I'm going to try to avoid that area with the CK-1500, and we'll just run this road. It'll take us a little bit longer, but then we get to here, we're probably going to have to do some winching if we go this route and come back around. So let's plot that path. Come to here, and when we get to this section right here, we have the option to be able to take some shortcuts. We'll play that by ear. and we'll just tag it here. Because if we have to, we'll take the roads all the way around, but we'll try to do what I can to shorten the trip a little bit. Now, this is also the trip that I used to get down to the sawmill for doing the speed run, which is good for getting some credits and XP. Alright, so let's cross over here and travel down this road, and then make this turn. And no, I don't need this many waypoints, but I know my OCDs, and we'll just plot it to there. So let's go ahead and leave the garage, and let's roll. Now, this truck doesn't have any upgrades to the winch yet, and we've only got all-terrain tires, and I don't think any lift at all. These are 31-inch tires. Probably would be better to make this trip in the Ankh, and will probably end up being a dual vehicle recovery anyway, because this may or may not be good enough for getting the job done. The only thing I'm worried about with taking the Ankh is, well, it's powerful alright, but I'm going to be worried about the car just tumbling and rolling behind it. So we'll try it with this, and then we'll go from there. Alright, like always, whenever you're going through the nasty stuff, momentum is key. Keep rolling, but keep in mind that you may need to winch at some point, so try to stay relatively close whenever you can to winch points. Those little pine trees are not going to give you much in the way of a winch point. But oddly enough, until they fix it, those little scrub oak trees, like this guy, is actually stronger than the next size up in trees, in pine trees. It's a little bit on the weird side, but look for them, look for the big trees naturally. Now, I shouldn't have to worry about fuel. I did rank up one time while I was unlocking all the towers so we can get visibility of the map. Now, we can't use any of the tunnels just yet, so we're not going to be able to go to the other maps in Tamir. So before we go hunting for the 420, which everybody so much wants, we need to do a few missions here before we can do that. But what I wanted to do was get the mud bug, and I call the TUZ-166, I call it the mud bug because whenever you get the right level of upgrades on it, it is absolutely just respectable. It's actually one of my favorite scout vehicles. And upgrade wise, I stick with the medium lift kit, not the maximum height lift kit, and I also stick with the mud tires. They just seem to work pretty good overall. I've got another one on my main playthrough. I've got two of them. I've got one set up that way, and I've got the other one which I call the snow bug because it's painted white, and it's got the big lift kit, the big chain tires, and you know, it's maxed out as much as I possibly can with it for right now, and just not as much fun for me. Alright, so far so good. Only a little damage. Alright, so we get to this spot here, just like we're doing the speed run, which I have two videos that cover doing that speed run. Stick to the left over here. If you get too far to the right, you'll actually tip over if you're doing the speed run. And since we don't have really big lift, or any lift on this, and we don't have great tires, kind of want to stay next to the side of the road, anywhere where we can get more solid ground, and have winch points. This area may be a lot tougher for this vehicle, because if you try going through the middle of that, it's just gonna be bad. So I'm going to try to stick to the grassy areas and hopefully be able to avoid stumps and things like that to get traction to be able to get to the next point. Yeah, you could potentially put it in high gear, but you get to some points with the high gear that will just plain slow you down. Sometimes running that high gear, you get too carried away and will end up hitting too many things that are going to be causing damage, and next thing you know, you've got broken suspension or a broken tire. And even though I do have some repair capability with me, doesn't mean I really want to use it. I don't have spare fuel either, so getting in too much mud is a bad thing. And without the autonomous winch, I don't have the ability to shut the engine off to use my winch. When you do spend that $9,400 on getting the autonomous winch for the scout vehicle, it can come in quite handy. So like right now, I could sit here and just try to keep working, but I'm going to let the winch do some work. Try to get more solid ground. But it seems like on this map, there's a lot of little ditches and stuff that you're going to run into that just love to destroy your engine and suspension. So try to keep your eyes open for it. Yeah, not much in the way of winch points right here. The stock winch is absolutely okay. It's adequate for most use, but does not have a very good range to it. Improper prior planning prevents poor performance, so always think about recovery points. Where can I winch to? How can I get out of this if I get stuck? And always try to think ahead a little bit. I know, it's a game. Have fun. I mean, I could have just brought the Onk 38 and been done with it, but so I wanted to try this with the 1500 just to see if it's capable. SnowRunner will teach you a few lessons here. Sometimes the shortest, the fastest way from point A to point B is not always the shortest distance. Going slow is sometimes faster. When in doubt, gas it out. Not really worried about minor damages here and there, but they will add up over time. So we should be getting really close here. So I really like the TUZ-166. It's small, it's light, it's agile, and if you're trying to go through heavy tree lines and stuff like that, it's really good and agile for that. But also, when you get stuck, even the stock winch is more than adequate for getting you out. And when you put the autonomous scout winch on it, yeah, mud bug don't care. You roll it over, big deal. As long as there's a tree or something you can winch to nearby, you're good. Alright, so this is my mission point. Alright, stop here. Show task. What's wrong with people? No wonder insurance premiums are so high in this town. Yeah, welcome to my town. Find it and take it to the overpass at the service station. Okay, fair enough. Mission rewards, money, experience, and the TUZ-166. So if we try going in this way, I know that between the mud and the rocks, it's just not going to be possible. Not with this setup. It might be possible, but it's not really going to take that chance. So let's go back to the other side over here. Alright, let's see if we can actually get up this thing. There we go. Mission complete. Now we can hit the V key, turn off the engine, change truck, TUZ-166, everything is broke. So let's just hit the V key and recover. Poof, back to the garage and retain. Go back to the local map. Go back to our truck. Recover. Retain. And let's look at our new prize. Deploy. Now, first glance, you'd really want to dismiss this. Oh my god, it's terrible. Why would I want that thing? I don't have the lift kit. I don't have anything I can put in it. Well, I do have one upgrade. See, this is the current engine that it came with. And you can equip the standard engine, which will be a little bit better. When you do get to this engine right here, that's the best one overall. But I've been using this engine right here, the 104. You can purchase that and sell the original. The original is going to give me $1,700 back. As you look, this has got a C rating, and this has got a C+ rating, so it's slightly better overall and well worth using. Tire-wise, instead of these highway tires, the first and best possible upgrade, well, as soon as you can, mud tires. But all we can do is off-road tires, so we're going to go with that. 4,200 clams. Purchase. But we can sell these guys and make back 1,000. Now, we're not going to be able to get the fancy winch because it's 9,400 and we don't have the credits for it. We're going to have to do some speed runs or something else with this to be able to get up to that, but that is the best possible winch you can put on this thing. Spare wheel, got to be level 14. Frame add-on, small roof rack, well worth it because you can carry enough fuel to completely refuel yourself. And unfortunately, the snorkel, you're not going to get that until level 12. And if you get that, it's better than nothing. Spending a lot of money on this, and it's not going to be perfect yet, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, you do have the archaic on here, and I would actually, in this case, go ahead and put the stock on, and then sell the archaic. You'll lose nothing. That costs $1,500, and you get $1,500 back for selling that, so not a big deal. And when you put the small roof rack on, you get more lights, so you don't have to buy extra lights, which is a good thing. And if you look at your miscellaneous, horn, searchlight, yeah, if you want it. I'm going to put it on there just because I like it. Not worried about that. Rear bumper, up to you. I'm not going to bother. Front bumper, I like it. Not that important right now. I'll probably end up with that one. And the other is rims. You just got the two choices. I just leave that on there. Color, again, up to you. The paint jobs don't cost anything. For a mud bug, I do the muddy paint job. So, here, we got our mud bug. Feel free to use it. It's a great little truck. You're going to enjoy it, and I know that I enjoy mine. I'll do some more videos on it, an actual full review on it, and we'll go from there. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you around.